good day to you guys. Good evening to you. Hope you guys having a great day. Today is Hump Day. It's the end of Hump Day. Hope you guys had a very, very good day. I will say right offhand, do not pay any attention to the hair. I'm getting it cut tomorrow morning. I can't wait. But I'm just doing this video. Make sure you like and share. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, give me some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. Yeah, I did name this "What Makes You Happy," right? This is a follow-up to a post that I had. I saw that post on somebody else's, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna post it too, just to see what people will do, and it sparked something in my mind, right? And I was like, I thought about it, and I said, what makes you happy, right? A lot of people started taking photos of their kids and everything, which is phenomenal. You know, people started taking pictures of their family and everything. Phenomenal, man. Just great, just gorgeous, right? And it shows me that family makes us happy, right? Family makes us happy. We are most happy when we're around our family, right? When we're with our kids, our spouses, things like that. That makes us the happier. That thing money can't buy, and that's just fantastic, right? The time you spend with your family is priceless, man. It's priceless. We wish we could spend more time with family, right? If you're like me, you wish, you know, you had more time, right? And that's what we're going to talk about, right? So that family identifies your why, right? That family identifies your why. That why is why you work so hard, right? Why you take so much, you know, maybe it's your job because it's so rough. You know, you're dealing with crazy people all day long. That's your why. Why? Because you want to provide for that family. Okay, that is a why. And that's why you fight so hard. Okay, it's why you fight so hard, even at your job or whatever it is, essential, not essential, whatever it is, right? That's why. That's your why. Why do you want it so bad? Because you love them and you want to provide for them, and that's phenomenal. That's a phenomenal why, right? That's a phenomenal why, and that's just beautiful. And what we do is we show people how to spend more time with those family members that we love and have more money, right? You have something to fight for, right? You have something to fight for, right? See, we have a lot of generational curses, right? If it's a financial curse, or if it's a mental curse, etc., etc., etc. A lot of generational curses out there. We have to break them. We have to break them, right? We need to learn what we don't know. What we don't know, we need to learn, right? We can't just go by life by just saying, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know. That ends in middle school. But we got grown adults that just don't want to know anything so they could say, I didn't know that. You should know. As an adult, you should know. You should know. You need to break generational curses, right? It may not be your fault you in it because it's generation. It was passed down to you. But it's up to us to stop it with us. Because if not, it's going to keep going on. It's going to keep going on and on. And you want to know why, generational wise, we have nothing. Because no one's put the steps in to stop it. Guys, if you didn't come from a wealthy family, that means the wealthy family has to come from you. I'm going to say that again. If you did not come from a wealthy family, that wealthy family has to come from you. You got to think about what makes you happy. Right? We got to start learning what we didn't know and then teaching it. Each one teach one, right? You got to do that, right? Stop trying to work your fingers to the bone to buy your kids something that you never had. Instead of we need to be teaching them what we wish we would have known. This is how you stop the generational bleeding, is what I like to call it. Generational bleeding, because they're going to fall right back in the same hole that we're in. They're going to. Until you stop. You got to stop the bleeding. You have to stop the bleeding. Case in point. Okay? I'm a case in point. Right? If you're watching this live or you're not watching this live, if you're watching this on YouTube, whatever. Case in point. Does anybody know how you can get an 18-year-old good credit? Did you know you can pass down good credit? Did you know that? You can pass an 18-year-old good credit. You can legally do that. But a lot of people don't know that. Right? You can't go to a bank and say, well, if I'd have known these type of things, my credit would have been better. They'd have been like, they're going to say, oh, well, your credit is what it is. We're not going to do the loan, or we're going to give you a high interest rate. It is what it is. It's up to you to know it. You must find out how that's possible. So how can you make an 18-year-old get good credit, right? How? It starts with you, right? So let's say I'm going to give you guys a freebie. Here. This is how you have an 18-year-old get good credit. It starts with you. You fix your credit, right? You get a great credit card, right? You get a really good credit card. Let's say, a $10,000 or $20,000 limit on a credit card, right? When your kid turns 18, you put them on that credit card as an authorized user on that credit card. That will transfer the good credit from that card to the credit report of the 18-year-old. So I've seen this happen, and I've seen 18-year-olds have a 740, 780 credit score. That's how that's possible, guys. But you can't do that if your credit isn't good. This is what I say. You got to learn what you don't know and then teach it. Give them a leg up. Okay? Give them a leg up. Right? Once you give them a leg up, how many of you guys believe life is easier if your credit is good? Right? We know it's hard with bad credit. We know it's hard. You don't know if you can get finance for a car. You don't know what your payments is going to be. You don't know what the down payment is going to be. We know how to struggle. We've mastered the struggle. Right? We have mastered how to struggle. Right? But life can be easier with better credit. I'm telling you, it's going to be easier with that. I just want to know, and it bothers me, when did it become cool to be in the struggle? When did it become cool? When did it become the thing to do to stay in the struggle? Right? That's not cool, guys. It's not cool. The struggle doesn't have to be real. The struggle could be a thing in the past. That's a choice you gotta have to make. Right? So when you look at your kids, you look at your kids in the face and tell me when you look in their face that you don't want to spend more time with them. That you don't want to help them in life. But you can't help them in life if you don't have the information that's going to help them in life. I mean, like real life. Yes, they can go to school and they can learn some other things. They can learn this new math that's crazy. They can learn all that. But someone else has to teach them the real life. That's you. But if you don't know it, how are you going to teach it? So you gotta start with you. This is why I say if you didn't come from a wealthy family, the wealthy family has to come from you. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. You just got to learn it, right? You just got to learn it. You see, we have a platform that can add 4 additional checks to your household. I have a platform to add 4 checks to your household a month. 4. It's a check a week. Can that benefit you, right? Our platform can be passed down to your kids. So now we're talking generational wealth. Now we're talking generational wealth. Our platform can be passed down to your kids. If you currently work, that's fine. That's cool. I currently work. But you cannot pass that job down to your kids. You can't. They won't let you. You might be able to get them hired there, but you can't pass down the hard work you've already done to your kids. But with our company, you could do your hard work and pass it on to your kids. Retire. Now your kids have a leg up. Okay? It's not bad to have a leg up in life. I wish I had a leg up. But sometimes you got to start from the ground and work your way up. Right? Sometimes you just got to grind like that. Because if you didn't come from a wealthy family, the wealthy family has to come from you. Hope somebody hearing me there. Hope somebody hearing me there. This is not a game. Right? This is not a game. Life isn't a game. Right? Life isn't a game. Tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. Tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. Now, tomorrow will come. Tomorrow will come. But will you make it? Will you make it? If the Lord has blessed you to see another day, you owe him to do your best. You owe it to him to do your best. To put every 24 hours, you make them all count. It's not the hours you put in. It's what you put in them hours, guys. It's what you put in them hours. Right? You got to put in extra hours to build. Sometimes you got to build yourself out of a hole. And to get your kids a leg up, you got to work hard for that. You have to give your kids a better world than what it was given to you. That is your duty as a parent. That is your duty as a citizen. If you have to leave this world, you want to leave this world in a better place than what you found it. That's becoming an asset to your life. Let your life be an asset, not a liability. Okay? Don't be the person that, I hate to say this, but don't be the person that you need a GoFundMe account. Don't be that person, man. There's too many things out here to stop that. There's too many things out there, so you don't need that. There's too many life insurance policies that you can get, right? We got a life insurance policy that you can have a pre-existing condition and still get it, up to $100,000. If you have life insurance, that's being an asset. You could pass away and still be an asset to your family. These are the things we don't think about, okay? There's too many GoFundMe accounts out there. There's too many GoFundMe accounts out there. It is selfish. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. We're all on borrowed time. Every last one of us. Everybody on this live, everybody's going to watch it later. We're all on borrowed time, right? It's selfish to think we have more time. It is selfish to think we have more time, right? We have mastered the struggle. We mastered it, guys. Congratulations. We have graduated from the struggle. We have mastered it. We have mastered the excuses to the bills collectors, the excuses on why I can't go to work. Guys, we have mastered it. We have mastered it. Now, let's move to the next phase in our life, right? What's the next phase? Next phase, I'm going to start a movement. Right now, I'm going to start a movement of success, right? Generational success. Generational success. Who's with me, right? Generational success. Not just your own success, but success that's going to keep going and going after you're gone. That's called legacy. That's called legacy. Working for a boss will not set a legacy. This is what we're doing here, guys. We're building legacies. Legacies. Right? I love life too much to be stuck building somebody else's dream. Because when you work a 9 to 5, that's all you're doing. Right? Working a job is cool. I work a job. Working a job is cool for a temporary sense. For a temporary sense. A job is not meant to be permanent. Right? The early 1900s, the ratio was 95% entrepreneurship, 5% workers. In the early 1900s, 95% entrepreneurship, 5% workers. Now, 2000, I want to say this stat was taken 2018. Now it's 90%. Think about this. Think about the shift now. It was 95% entrepreneurship, 5% workers, right? Now it's 90% workers, 10% entrepreneurship. What happened? What happened? Right? What happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. Guys, we got lazy. We got complacent. We got lazy. We start making excuses. That's the country as a whole. That's what happened. We stopped fighting for what's really right. We stopped taking care of our own stuff and started focusing on other stuff of what I call distractions. Sure, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world. I'm sure it is. Sure it is. Everybody's talking about November with this election. Guys, you still got to pay bills in November. You're still going to pay bills in December. I don't care who's in the White House. You still got to pay bills. The bills are still coming. Stop focusing on the White House and think about your own house. And that's real. That's real. Start thinking about the market house and start thinking about your own house. People in Fayetteville know what I'm talking about. Stop thinking about the market house and start thinking about your own house. Stop thinking about the monuments that's coming down and think about what mark you're going to leave on this life. What mark are you going to leave on this life? What mark are you going to leave? What's your mark? What's your legacy? That's what I'm saying. Instead of tearing stuff down, we need to build stuff up. And I'm here to build y'all up. I'm here to build y'all up because there's greatness, right? This country is filled with greatness. You know, America had like 80% of the world's production at one point in time. But what happened? We got lazy. We got complacent. Now we're the world's leading consumer. You see what happened there? You see what happened? We went from production of making money to now production is down and consumer went up. Now we're spending more money than we're producing. That's backwards. We need to produce more so we can make more. We got complacent and we got lazy. Guys, we built the greatest nation in the world. We built the greatest nation in the world in about, 300 years? There's countries that are centuries old, centuries older than us, that did not accomplish what we have accomplished. People stop believing in themselves. Absolutely. 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 People are afraid of failure while living in failure. They fear where they're already at. I don't get it. People are afraid of failure, but failure is where they're at. And I'm going to tell you about failure. I'm going to tell you about what I mean by failure. Think about this. How many people you know right now that worked a 9 to 5, that retired from a 9 to 5, that retired wealthy, and lived years and years and years after they retired? How many people know 10 people? How many of you know 10 people that did that? Of all people that worked all the way to retirement, retired wealthy, and live multiple years after they retired. Okay? And honestly, I have several uncles that have done just that. Right? They worked up north to New York, whatever, they retired and they came back down home. Some of them have done it. But I can tell you, I don't know 10 people. Personally. Maybe you do, I don't. I can only speak on what I know and what I've seen. That's all I've ever done. I don't know 10 people that worked that plan and made it. I don't know 10 people. Because that idea is for the 1%. So that's telling you only 1% of people are going to work that plan and make it work. Only 1%. The other 99% had to figure it out. They got to go back to work. Or they got to live broke. Or they die. A lot of people die shortly after retirement. Sad. They work 40 years, right? The life expectancy of somebody is probably, what, 60? 60 now? Maybe it's 70. I think it's 70. Right? I think it's 70. So you work until you're 62 and you die at 70. So you work for all those years for 8 years of freedom? In my opinion, that's failure. Now, let's go to the other set. Generational wealth that we teach. I can tell you right off bat, I can name 10 people right now that are retired, they are young, and they are wealthy. They've been retired more years than they've been working. I can name off 10 right off the top of my head. I can name them right off the top of my head. I'll name them right now. Johnny Newsom, Alfred Nixon, Amina Rashid, Mike Burgos, Bruce Lee Rochester, Ajay Hongo, Bobby Kim, J.P. Larnart, Sam Gunn, and give me one more. Anthony Jackson, Ashton Henry, Nicola Smith Jackson, Robin Roberts, Star Broadus, Alicia Gaines, Trey Davis. I'm at 16. I just named 16 people that are all six-figure earners. 16 people. I did that in less than a minute. Success leaves clues, guys. Success leaves clues. For people to say, I don't believe it, then it's a scam, continue living the rat race. When you retire and have to go back to work, just remember, there was a better way, but you use an excuse not to do it. I have shoes that cost more than my franchise did. I have shoes that cost more than my franchise did. This is the same franchise that I helped build over a 6-figure business. Facts. I have shoes that cost more than the cost to start the business. I just bought some shoes that's got Italian leather on them. My shoes are being built. Right? Not saying it to brag or boast, but my shoes are being built. They are made to order. shoes I just bought. They cost more than this business did. But I can get them because of this business. You can't deposit excuses. Excuses is nothing but confirmation for lazy people to stay lazy. This is why the wealthy call people lazy. That's why they call them lazy. Because everybody can go after the American dream. You just got to work at it. Some of you got to work harder than others. Yes, some people come from wealthy families. But if you didn't come from a wealthy family, the wealthy family has to come from you. You have to work harder to build the wealth. What's wrong with that? Yes, you probably got to work hard to do it. I'm working hard to do it. But once it's done, right? I can pass this business down to my niece or nephew if I choose to. I don't have any kids, but I'm grinding as if I do. I'm grinding as if my little niece Anna is mine. I grind if my little nephew Sam is mine. Because I can pass it to them if I choose to. But both niece and nephews have amazing parents that have things set up for them already. And that is phenomenal. But that doesn't stop me from doing it. I want to do it for me. Because I want to live more than my life than just retiring and dying. Life is more than working, paying bills, and then die. It's more than that, guys. God put us on this world to prosper. He put us on life to live in a paradise. We turned it into this work. We've turned it into a financial prison. We did that. We're supposed to be living in paradise, guys. And you can. And we will. My team will. But you got to be on my team to do that. I will build with anybody. But everybody doesn't have what it takes. Just to be real with you. Everybody doesn't have what it takes. Right? Everybody does not have what it takes. They don't. Sadly to say, they don't. They don't have that willpower. They don't have the same wants. Well, I take that back. They do have the wants. They just don't have the courage to go after what they want. Because a lot of people can't tell you on paper. A lot of people can't tell you on paper what they want. Right? It's exactly what LaVersa is saying, man. If you can't live off 40% of your income right now, right? Right? If you can't retire off 40% of your income right now, you're going down a dead-end road. Right? You can partner with us and still make 100% of what you're making at your job and make extra. We're adding 4 additional checks. I'm not trying to replace your job income. This business can do that, but that's not my goal. If I can add 4 more checks to your income, for 4 more checks to your household, I'm pretty sure that would help you out. 75% of families go bankrupt over $500 a month. That's facts. That's facts, man. That's facts. That's facts. When we making excuses to struggle. Who makes excuses to struggle? Broke-minded people make excuses to continue struggling. The people that say, oh, I don't have money, we need to find it. You need to find it. You need to find it. Right? If your dream car costs $300, and I say I give you the key to your dream car for $300, you will best believe you will do everything you can to find $300. That's what it's about. That's the grind spirit you need. Like, man, I need to start my own business. I need to start my own business. I need to start my own business. Because one thing's for sure. When I started my business, I had bills. I had bills too, right? I had a car payment. And I can be on live and I can say all this, right? I had bills. I had a choice to make when I saw my business. I had a choice to make. Either one, pay my bill, or two, take that bill money, invest in my business. One thing I knew for sure, if I paid that bill's coming next month. But if I invest in my business, if I invest myself into a business, I can make money to take care of that bill. And then some. That's exactly what I did. It's the best thing I've ever done. It's all about believing in yourself, guys. That's all it is. That's all it is. Believe in yourself because we know you want better. But have the courage to go after what you want. Have the courage to go after what you want. So think about it real hard. Think about it. What do you really want in life? What do you want? Write it down. After you write down what you want, take a look at your life and think, are you on track to get the thing that what you want? If you are on track, continue doing what you're doing. I bless you. But if you're not, which I'm thinking about 95% of the people that's going to be looking at this are not. But if you're not on track to get what you want, you need to go a different route. Right? If our business can take unemployed people that are homeless with evictions, repossessions, broke, and turn them to 6- and 7-figure earners, what's your excuse? We have 70-year-olds, 60 and 70-year-olds making a lot of money. What's your excuse? We have 19-year-olds making 6 figures. What's your excuse? All right? What's your excuse? What's your excuse? Right? Everybody always said, man, people used to tell me all the time, man, I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time and I could do your business. I wish I had more time. Guys, a pandemic happened. You got your wish. You got more time. 40 million Americans lost their job this year because of the pandemic. You got more time and you still did nothing with it. There's people making 6 figures during the pandemic, but you don't use the pandemic as an excuse. Oh, there's a pandemic going on. Right? That's more reason you need to open a business. Because your job just shut down. Your job just slowed down. Your commission base and your job slowed down. That's why you need a business. Business is a booming. Our business just went over 140,000 customers. 140,000 customers. 140,000 people can't be wrong, guys. Can't be wrong. Impossible. You just make an excuse in your head why you can't do it. But like I said, excuses are confirmation for broke people to stay broke. That's what an excuse is, what you tell yourself to make it okay not to do anything. That's an excuse. You cannot deposit an excuse. You cannot pay a bill with an excuse. You cannot buy birthday gifts with an excuse. You can't buy Christmas presents with an excuse. All of us will go broke for our children. All of us will go broke for our children. All of us will go broke for our children. So why? Why won't we go rich for them? Why won't we go wealthy for them? Why? They're worth it. Why? And I'm going to sign off with that. And I'm going to say it one more time. We will all go broke for our children. We will go broke for our children. Why? Why won't we go wealthy for them? You gotta always know you will miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Take a shot. You have nothing to lose. We've already mastered the struggle. We've already mastered the struggle. Let's flip that thing around. Right? You guys have a nice night. I'll probably go a video tomorrow after I get my hair cut, that is. I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. I got a full weekend. I am flying out Friday morning. So I probably won't be available most of the weekend because I am flying out. I'm praying for safe travels and all of that and a safe return. And, it's going to be go time. All right. It's going to be go time. So I hope you guys have a phenomenal day, a phenomenal night, and a phenomenal Thursday. I'm happy because we get paid tomorrow. Yeah, my business pays me tomorrow, so it might be some new shoes in my future. That's what we do. But I'm going to invest back in my business, though. That's more important. So you guys have a nice night.